Mabuhay! I'm Rema and welcome to my art space. And today, let's have coffee while making doodles. Today at 1740 Cafe, where the coffee is truly local and they have unique blends such as this durian coffee, which has an infusion of durian in their coffee. And actually, I visited this place because I wanted to see personally the doodles on the wall, which is a line doodle. So that's an inspiration for my video today, which is about making doodles. So I'm gonna show you a few doodles that anyone can make. Okay, so what are doodles? So these are scribbles that can be made mindlessly. As you don't have to plan, you just let your hand flow through and draw whatever you want or draw whatever you can think of on the spot. And you don't have to be perfect when making doodles. It's just a way to relax and even to practice your skill in drawing. And here are some doodles that you can make at home. I'm going to show 6 of them that I would usually make from time to time during my own free time. And actually, you can just use a Sharpie or a pen or anything that you have in hand. And I also have my colored markers here, my Stabilo Boss, and also my Kuretake pens, even a Sakura pen. And these are the ones that I would be using to color the doodles. So come on, I'm gonna show you first one, which is the line drawing.
All you need to do is to draw a figure with one continuous line without lifting the pen up. This is quite tricky because you should not lift the pen off the paper until you finish your drawing.
Actually, this line drawing can be used as a warm-up drawing. And I learned that from Jess Carp. She's also a YouTuber artist. And I learned much from her. I hope you could also check out her channel. I have more activities that I can show you, which are really easy to follow. So let's proceed to number 2.
Just make an abstract figure using one continuous line. Then color the spaces or the shapes created by that one line with any color that you want. Now, this is just a very abstract doodle, and this activity can help you unwind. Now, let's move to the third, but let me take a bite first. In this third activity, first draw a square or a rectangle on the paper. Then inside that square or rectangle, draw a similar shape but do not align the lines to the first one. Then make smaller and smaller boxes inside the ones that you have first drawn. Then connect each of the corners with one line. Now, I was supposed to color the outer box with a lighter shade of yellow and then make the shade darker and darker within each box, but since I don't have different shades of yellow, I decided to color each box with different colors. So, what do you think this is? All I could think was that it looked like an old rugged tunnel, except that it has lots of different colors. I would admit this is just a very random doodle, so I would encourage you to make your own randomness when making art. Now, this fourth activity will also be full of randomness. All you must do here is make some colors and shapes of whatever you want. Don't plan these colors and shapes, just fill the paper with them. Then trace a black outline on each of these shapes. Then make patterns of your choice in each one of them. You know, be like a kid in this activity. Have fun and enjoy art. Okay, this last one I guess would be the most complex of them all. So I'd start with one shape in the middle of the paper and draw other shapes around it. Now this is sort of a mandala style of art where I draw various shapes aligned in a circle. Now don't worry if these shapes are not perfectly aligned in a circle because our goal here is just to have fun, relax, and enjoy the process. And yes, you can do this activity most especially during your coffee time. This whole process took me about 6 minutes to finish. Even though I have completed the circle, there are still negative spaces on the edges, so I had to fill them up. And that's our last activity for today. I hope you had fun with them.
It's my first time here in 7040 Cafe, and yet I really enjoyed this place. I enjoyed the coffee and also this coffee-infused pasta. Would you imagine pasta infused with coffee? And I really liked it. It's very creamy and, you know, there's this tinge of the essence of the coffee. Yes, that's the word. I would say that this place is such a minimalist place because the designs are very simple, but I like it. It's simple but really classy, if I would say. And also the ambience, it's very quiet. I came here in the morning, so it's not yet lunchtime. So I suppose that people would flock in here like later within the day. Also, I can peacefully make my doodles, like nobody's bothering me here. That's what I really like when I draw, when I make art or paint. I don't want people disturbing me. And the staff here are really kind and accommodating actually. I invite you also to come here in this place, so just try this place. You can also read some of their books there. You can just relax. You can also make your own doodles. I would like to come here again soon. That's it for now for me. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please do click the thumbs up button. And if you're here in my channel for the first time, do subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell button so that you would be notified of future videos. Again, I'm Rema, and thank you very much for joining me here in my art space, and see you again in my next video. Bye! I'm here today at 1714